today I'm going to show you how to make a paper star lantern. It's made of cardstock and it has cutouts in it. We will put a light bulb in it and then we can hang it. So they're perfect to kind of cheer up your patio or inside your home. So the supplies that you'll need today are going to be, we will need some cardstock that's at least 110 pounds or more. So it's a little bit thicker than regular. It calls for some vellum, but I'm not going to use that. The vellum is used in between the points of the star to reflect the light, but I'm just going to not include that in ours, and it still works great. We will need a hanging lamp cord, and you can just get these on Amazon. And you'll also need to order a 40 watt LED bulb for the lamp as well. And a glue gun, and I'm going to make mine. I'm just going to try, instead of using the cardstock, I ordered some craft board and it's holographic. So I'm going to try and make these star points out of this. There's various colors in here, and I think that'll add just a little bit of a shine to it. And of course, we'll be using our Cricut maker. Next, we will go to the computer and we'll go to Cricut Design Space. If you haven't got a Cricut account, then you just go to cricutdesignspace.com, enter your email address and a password, and it'll create an account for you. So I have logged in here, and I'm going to just make it big here. I'm going to say new project, and I uploaded the SVG file from the jennifermaker.com site. So I'm going to go to my uploads, and here's the file that I need here. I'm going to insert image, and here's the file here. So I'm going to remove anything that I don't want to cut just by crossing out the different pieces. So you'll notice that in these pieces of the star points, one of them is a little bit different. So we have 5 pieces, and this little one here is just a little bit different. So I'm just going to remove the ones that we don't want right now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see that I just have the one star that I'm going to print. I did resize it using the width and height dimensions at the top. It's about just over 10 wide and just over 11 high. I've taken out all the other parts that we don't want to cut by just crossing them out. I have loaded my board with the poster board, the foil board, and it's on our grid mat. So I've just taped it to make sure that it stays sturdy. So next we click Make It. And I can just move this around so it's probably in the center of the mat. We'll press continue. And for this one, we're going to use the material as foil poster board. So we'll click on that. And I'm going to go with more pressure just because it's a thicker board. And it's asking me to insert. So it's all ready to go. So we're cutting the first point of the first star. So it does take a little bit longer because it's poster board, it's thicker. So it's just finished printing, so I'll release it. And you can see that it pretty well comes right off the board. And so we just have to weave the stars that are in the middle. So I'm gonna go ahead and print the other 4 stars points, and I will print the one that has the little dugout in the middle as well. Okay, so we have all 5 pieces printed now. I did it on a nice shiny blue, and we have the one that has the little dip in the middle. So we're going to save that one and work with that one last. All the other ones, including that one, have folds in between them. So we're going to fold each one individually. So they're just folded backwards along the fold. So all of them are folded backwards. And the two that are on the inner edge are folded upwards. Okay, so everything's folded. When we get around to gluing, we'll be gluing this way, and we'll be attaching with this edge here. So I'm going to go ahead and fold the rest of the points, and then we'll glue them together. Okay, so now we're going to attach the first 4 points together. So if you hold in your left hand one of the points that has one of the ridges on it or the tabs on it, and you're going to look for a point that has not a tab on it, and those points are going to be glued together. So I'm just going to put a line of glue along this tab, and I'm going to press and hold this other point together. So you can see it's starting to take a star shape. Then I'm going to flip it over and do the tab on underneath. So I'll just put a little bit of glue on the tab underneath, and then just press down the glue. Just make sure you try and get everything lined up as well as you can. Okay, so there's the first 2 points of your star. So we'll just continue with the other 2 pieces. So just point your glue and put it on the tab and line it up with the one that doesn't have. Okay, so we are now on the final point of the star to insert that. It's a little bit trickier because you have to kind of get your hands in there as well, and it's not as much space as the other ones. So I think the best trick is to try and put the 2 inner pieces in first. So I'm going to place some glue along the edge here. You can see it's just a little harder to hold, but if we kind of hold it in the middle there and just wait till it dries. The glue gun does dry pretty quickly. And then we'll do the other side. Okay, so just make sure that that's stuck down nice and well. Okay, so we're just left with the very last part to do. So we can at this point put in our lighting. I think I'll just do one more glue before, but anyways, this is the pendant cord. It's called a hanging lantern cord for pendant lighting. So I bought 2 of them on Amazon for about $15, and it also has one of the on-off little switches just at the bottom here. And this is a 40-watt LED light bulb. So we'll just put them in together just so when we're ready. And I guess you should always probably check and make sure it works. I've got it plugged in, so this cord is really long. Anyways, yep, she's ready to go. So I'm going to do one more glue just kind of towards the bottom. Then I'm going to tuck in the cord into the middle. Actually, I might just do it now just because it might be easier. Okay, so now I'm going to just lay the light in there, and I'm going to finish the Okay, so this could be a little tricky. If you have someone to help you here, it might be a little bit easier to hold it. See, this one you can still get your fingers in there a little bit, but it's not far enough. Okay, so So my light fell out. Okay, so just try and get that one tucked in there, and then I'll just put the light bulb back in. So the good thing about the glue gun is it does dry really quickly. Okay. So we just have one more fold to do. So I'm going to put the light bulb back in and kind of tuck the cord just up into the end where the little rounding was. And I'm going to attempt to I'm going to do half the glue first on just half of it. And see if I can hold that while it dries. If you can't hold it, you can maybe stick something in there to push it up so that it kind of holds together. I think I'm gonna have to do it all at once. So I'm just going to hold that for a little bit, and then we will just do the final step. Okay, so I got that all glued together, so we just have one more seam to do. I have my light bulb and cord. The cord's just hanging out a little bit through the tip that's open, and just one more little glue gun, and then I will hold that as well. So you can see it's shaping up to be a really nice star with some great cutouts. The good thing about using this paper, the hieroglyphic paper, is that it's very, very strong. So this can actually last you for years. So once this is dry, then I'll just take it somewhere and show you what it looks like lit up. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. Okay, so I have Megan in our program room, and it's dark in there, so we're just going to go in to the darkened room and see how our light looks. Just going to close the door so there's no light in here, so you can see Megan holding the light, the star lantern. So let's turn it on, Megan. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So you can see like the cutouts are all lit up. And I think it was a great job. Thanks, Megan.
Thank you.